of Winter Park Resort. Avalanche begin 2015 home against the Edmonton Oilers. We take a look at tonight's Ford starting lineup, and let's tell you about the goaltending matchup for tonight. Peter?
In nets for the Edmonton Oilers, Ben Scrivens coming up a tough loss to the Calgary Flames in Calgary, and overtime at the other end. Semi Varlamov looking to get back to 500 with his record. If he does, the Avalanche get back to 500.
The puck is dropped and we have begun play. Edmonton and Avs playing for the first time this season. There'll be a couple more games later this year. March 25th they'll play at Edmonton, and then on the 30th of March they'll be back home for the final game of the three against the Oilers. The Los Angeles Kings now the only team in the Western Conference that the Avalanche have not faced this year. So look at the rest of the Ford lineup. I see changes in the line combinations for the Avalanche. No changes in terms of the lineup. Still the only healthy scratch tonight is defenseman Zach Redmond. And the injuries, Ben Street, Jesse Winchester, and Patrick Bordelot out of the lineup, along with Ryan Wilson and Jamie McGinn with long-term injuries. Steal by Landeskog, backhander saved by Scrivens, and he charges right into the net. Landeskog did tackle. But since then, home games in their last 11 games on the road. Now, their last home game, Peter, they did have an exciting win. They won in a shootout over the game as the lone head coach for the Edmonton Oilers.
And when you mean lone head coach, Craig McTavish, general manager, was in behind the bench, sort of helping with the transition. Todd Nelson had done an absolutely outstanding job in Oak City, Oklahoma City, the farm club of the Edmonton Oilers. He gets called up, and this is his chance to show everyone that he can be that main guy for the Edmonton Oilers. But like the third coach this year to be released.
Andrew Ferris whips the puck around the boards. It's kicked ahead by Pouliot, who just came off the injured reserve list to join the Oilers. And in a little bit, we'll show you there's some changes brewing for the Oilers, including today. They made a trade with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Head of the head by Edmonton into the Colorado zone. Back to get it. Matt Duchene. He's had more points against Edmonton than any other team in his career. 27 points in 22 games. Spins in the corner, centers, and it comes all the way off the boards out to center ice. Handled by Nate Gannon, who scored his first goal of the season against Philadelphia a couple of nights ago on New Year's Eve. Scrivens leads the puck at the side of the net. McKean moves behind the cage, put it into the corner, steal by the Avs. Mitchell works his way to the blue line, turns and shoots, and Scrivens makes the save. And there'll be a face-off in the Edmonton zone. All right, let's talk about those roster changes recently for Edmonton.
Well, you're looking at a couple of deals. They claimed out for waivers from Boston. Matt Fraser, big, strong guy. Derek over from Nashville. He gives him some skill in the center ice position. And probably the one that's the most important, Perron, right, is a really valuable player. Pittsburgh needed some scoring for some of their injuries to keep building in the league as they are there. 24 points with Carolina. You know, you have to keep building and acquiring assets.
And certainly a first-round draft choice is an asset. The Oilers also called up to Anton Lander, and he is in the lineup tonight for the Edmonton Oilers. They had another move that they made recently. Batted out to center, right at the line, scooped up, brought down the near side wing by big Luke Gadley. One of the leaders in the National Hockey League, the fighting majors. 13 of them this year. At the center comes Tyson Berry. Great effort in overtime. The assist to set up Ryan O'Reilly with the game winner with 20 seconds left in the overtime period against Philadelphia the other night. Bouncing puck between the circles. Finally turned into the corner. Put in deeper into the corner. Taken away by the Oilers. Managed up the wall. And scooped ahead by Jordan Eberle for Taylor Hall, number 4. This is the top line out right now for the Oilers. They've got Nugent Hopkins, along with Eberle and Hall. A lot of talent for these three, Peter.
Yeah, these are three. This is one of those reasons why you keep looking at Edmonton. Why can't they score? They've got these young guys that are terrific hockey players. But again, things go bad, Mike, it's everyone's included.
Nugent Hopkins, number 93, leading the team in points. Paul, centering pass. Eberle cuts across. He shoots, but Varlamov came way out of the pass. 92.
Things go bad, Mike, is everyone's included.
Volume decrease.
Hopkins, number 93, leading the team in points. Paul, centering pass. Eberle cuts across. He shoots, but Varlamov came way out of the net. And a great play there by the goaltender to stop Jordan Eberle's effort.
Mike, you and I have commented because for years the Avalanche were in the same division as the Edmonton Oilers, and Eberle, it seemed every game would have a play that he would make where you just go, wow, that was just great. And there you saw right there his ability to get you to drop, get you to commit. Varlamov makes a very big save.
Eric Roy taking the face off for Edmonton. Oilers have the puck in the ad zone. Chipped away by Colorado. Hustle back to get it to Justin Schultz. Whistle's been blown, and it is.
And Varlamov made well. He's
and it's tipped ahead by Teddy Burkle. Tampa Bay Lightning player. Landeskog back for the puck for Colorado. Behind the net.
Loading complete. Search submit.
Brad Stewart picked up a couple assists the other night against the Flyers. And Stewart
loading complete.
Landeskog turns down the puck. Schultz on him. Landeskog holds on to the puck. Back towards the boards. Pass down the wall. Intercepted by Pouliot. And he chipped the puck back into center ice. Long pass across the neutral zone by Johnson. Hayda drills one. Stopped by Scrivens. Keeps the play alive. And the puck is free in the corner. Pass. There to center ice. On the move. Lander just called up. Takes the pass down the slot. Front for Lander, but broke it up. Coming back to McKinnon. Stops the play for the Avalanche.
Upgrade to Tampax Stadium.
Again with the puck.
Only Tampax has a clean field record.
Throws it back towards the far point. Pass down the slot. He gets picked off. That line is got it.
YouTube video.
Going in by Mitchell. Hand off to McKinnon. Pass in front. Kicked down the goal, but the save made by Scrivens. Pass to center. And shot from the red line. And Fraser sending it to the ad zone. And a hit by Gazdic. Freed up the puck. Nope, we got a whistle. That's going to be a penalty. Luke Gazdic.
Complimentary.
On McKinnon. That results in a penalty.
Mike, that's about as good a shift as a guy can have. Nathan McKinnon. The great defensive play at one end. 2 minutes slashing. He stops a goal. At the other end, he makes a great pass, and then he gets run into. I guess right there, one of the biggest, strongest guys in the league, and that was just shoulder to shoulder, and he didn't go anywhere. Yeah. Here's a chance here. Here's a chance for the Avalanche, and McKinnon coming through it. If you're in the right spot, the puck just won't come to you.
Peter, watching that replay, I thought initially maybe it was the hit, but he slashed the stick out of it in the hands of McKinnon. That's the penalty. So the slashing call. If they have scored the point,
2 minutes slash
in a penalty. Freed up the puck. And shot from the red line. And Fraser sending it to the end zone. A hit by straight up the puck. They got a whistle. That's going to be a penalty. Luke Gazdic with his hit on McKinnon. That results in a penalty.
Mike, that's about as good a shift as a guy can have.
Luke Gazdic with his hit on McKinnon.
It's a play at one end. 2 minutes slash. He's the league, and that was just short. I guess right there, one of the biggest, strongest guys in the league, and that was just shoulder to shoulder. He didn't go anywhere.
My name's Carlos.
Here's a chance for
I'm Josh.
the Avalanche. McKinnon coming through it. If you're in the right spot, the puck just won't come to you.
Peter, watching that replay, I thought initially maybe it was the hit, but he slashed the stick out of it in the hands of McKinnon. That's the penalty. Gazdic. So the slashing call. If they have scored the power play, the lucky winner will get Avalanche tickets to an upcoming game.
Complimentary.
The hand play. I thought initially maybe it was the hit, but he slashed the stick out of it. The hands of McKinnon. That's the penalty on Gastic. So the slashing call. If they have score on the power play, the lucky winner will get Avalanche tickets to an upcoming.
Avalanche
If you're in the right spot, the puck just won't come to you.
Yeah, watch that replay. I thought initially maybe it was the hit, but he slashed the stick out of it. The hands of McKinnon. That's the penalty on Gastic. So the slashing call. If they have score on the power play, the lucky winner.
February 1st.
We'll get it.
Pause. All. Going back.
Upcoming game, courtesy of American Lifestyle Furniture. Register at AWOnline.com/altitude. Slashing penalty at 5:43. And the Avalanche go to work on the power play. Edmonton Oilers. Bad, especially on the road. Killing penalties, 12th best in the league. Avalanche had a power play goal against the Flyers and a big one in the third period scored by Gillen. The game at 3. And ultimately, the game ended up being won by the Avs in overtime. Pass across, Holden walking in, cross ice, back towards the point for Tyson Barrie. Avalanche and Oilers scoreless in the first period. Shot save made by Scrivens, and he holds the puck for a faceoff.
Now you go to Colorado Avalanche and you look at some of the first-round picks in the lineup for the Avalanche, and you know, Mike, Jerome McGinley, of course, he was a first-round pick of the Dallas Stars. People always think of him as a Calgary Flame, but he was originally drafted by Dallas. Duchesne, Landeskog, McKinnon. So, I mean, there are just a lot, and I mean a lot of tremendous young players on the ice. There's also a couple of Grizzly bats, Alex Tanguay and Jerome McGinley.
As won the face-off, shot by Johnson, and it redirected wide of the net. Duchesne slings it back towards the point for Stewart. Back to Duchesne. Down low for Landeskog. Broken up and cleared out by Pouliot of Edmonton. 45 seconds remaining in the Gastic penalty. So far, one shot on net during this power play opportunity for Colorado. Johnson picking up steam as he moves in over the line, trying to split through a couple of Oilers players. Slashed around and slammed around. Held in at the point by Stewart. Makes the pass across for Duchesne. Intercepted. Then whacked off the boards. Down the ice into the Avalanche zone. Stopped behind the net by Varlamov. We'll leave it there. There to center by Barrie. Angle to the corner. Oilers get to it. Clearing attempt. Kept in by Hayda. He spent part of his career to them at Oilers. McKinnon in the corner. Checked by Schultz. And the power play is done. Avs had one shot during that 2-minute power play opportunity. It is scoreless in the first period in Denver. This game between the Oilers and Avs.
Back at the Pepsi Center, scoreless between the Avs and Edmonton. Patrick, you did a little shuffling of your lines for tonight's game. What are you expecting?
Well, right now we like what we've seen so far in our game. I mean, I thought McKinnon did a great job on the back check here and got a nice play. And then offensively, they had a good chance because he made a great play, put it right on net, and there was a rebound in front, which just could capitalize on the rebound.
Thanks, Patrick. All right, guys, back to you.
All right, thanks very much, Julie. Avalanche not able to capitalize on the power play, and so it is scoreless here in the first period. Tanguay, O'Reilly, and McGinley. That is the forward line for the Avs. We got a whistle. We'll have another face-off. 12:04 to go in the first. No score.
For Ryan O'Reilly, like as we talked about Claude the Cruz play, it was sort of an individual effort. As far as two guys putting together a play and making it work, Tyson Barrie and Ryan O'Reilly had three passes that were absolutely perfect that set up O'Reilly's game winner. It was a pretty special goal for the Avalanche.
As with the puck brought in by Tanguay. Nice pass over towards O'Reilly. Skipped in then from the point. Shot by Hayden misses. Johnson pinching in. All waving at the puck, but Johnson kept it alive. Still inside the zone. Avs have got it. Tanguay with the puck again. Moving in. Hayden shoots and a tip in front by Aguila. Sent the puck wide of the net. Avalanche have it. Jerome McGinley gives to Tanguay. Surrounded by four Oilers players, he's still able to make a pass. And broken up Nugent Hopkins makes a pass to Weiss. Then a hit, carried in by Eberle. Gets bumped but makes the handoff to Hall. Cuts in, he shoots, and a save made by Barlow.
Yeah, let's sure.
And Nathan McKinnon. Oilers move the puck to center ice. Handoff. Brought in down the wing. Carried wide and behind the net by Roy. Gets to Schultz. Back into the corner. Purcell lets it go free. Gets it back. Handoff in the corner. Centering pass. It's broken up, but Roy got it back for Edmonton. Purcell with the puck for the Oilers. Pushes it around the wall. Stewart after it. Pulled off from McKinnon. Give to Mitchell. Pass behind the net for Holden. The Avalanche move out to center ice. Carried through the middle with speed by McKinnon. He shoots. And the puck goes wide of the net. Coach Waugh said this morning, Peter, he wants to see Nathan McKinnon shooting the puck more, bringing the puck in, and then taking some shots.
What he wants him to do, in other words, is to start opening things up. If you become predictable in the sense that all you're going to do is carry it, you're going to carry it to one spot, the defense will start playing you for that. If you're starting to put the puck on net, you're starting to shoot the ball over. They have to lay back a little bit, and you buy yourself some room.
Scramble for the puck behind the Oiler net. Finally comes free. And Shane steals away the puck. Funded around the board. Shot at by Yakupov. Out to center ice. Let's get it again.
Good!
Lifted in the air by Briere to the corner. Petrie around the boards. Pass for Lander. And carried out towards center by Hall. Lost it. Steal made. Duchesne throwing in the circle. Pass in front. That's blocked. Bounced up off the boards. Held in by the Avalanche. Cross for Johnson. Got it around the boards. Waiting is Duchesne. Reversed it back to the corner for Landeskog. Up the boards. Shot to the net. Save made by Scrimmage. Handled by Briere. It's checked. With the puck picked up by Landeskog. Pass behind the net. The Avs continue to control the puck in the Edmonton zone. It's a long stretch in the Oilers' end. Centering pass. Intercepted. Taylor Hall. Moving to center ice. Picked it off the glass. Getting it into the Avalanche end. Coming back, Eric Johnson.
So Mike, you can see right there, one of Edmonton's problems. That whole thing was because they coughed the puck up at the blue line, and then they spent the next 40 seconds chasing it around.
Up to the corner. Tensley and O'Reilly after the puck. Nugent Hopkins took it away for the Oilers. Makes a pass for Schultz. Up the wall for Eberle. Sent cross ice in the air for Yakupov. Held in by Schultz. Taken off the puck and hit hard in the corner by Stewart of the Avalanche. And Holden works the puck out to center ice. Bumped in. Quick pass of Weiss for Eberle. Cuts in, makes the pass going wide. Shot by Yakupov, gets tipped, and the puck by Group Super out of play. And we'll return. We're a little over halfway through our first period in Denver. No score. Let's take a look at who's in the groove. Brought to you by Group Subaru, and Alex Tanguay's grooving right now.
December led the Avalanche in scoring 4 goals, 6 assists, 10 points, but he's just 2 points away, becoming the 17th active player to score 800 points in the NHL. And Mike, you score 800 points in the NHL, you are an unbelievable hockey player.
And he's going to, if he stays healthy, Peter, he's also going to cross 1,000 games in the National Hockey League this season.
And again, still wearing that fishbowl.
The boards after the face-off. Stewart moves the puck behind the net for the Avalanche. Up the board, Schultz pinched in, threw it behind the Avalanche net. Holden sneaks his way by Pouliot. Banged it off the glass. And a race for the puck. McLeod catches up to it, punched away from him. Pass out to center ice for Purcell. Shoots it to the corner. Behind the net, cut off by Cleach. No score in our first period. 7 shots. They have 3 for the Oilers. They have not had a shot for the Oilers in the last 8 minutes of play.
I think the Avalanche, Mike, are very pleased with their defensive play in most games in the last 8-10 games. And it's just if that offense can be what it was last game, if you're getting those 3-4 goals, they're gonna win a lot of hockey games.
Rammed in by the Oilers. Bouncing puck, and Varlamov able to jump on it and cover.
Mike, this is our first year that we've had a chance to watch Jerome McGinley and Alex Tanguay play together. And this last shift, they remind me of a pair in the league. They remind me of the Sedins because so many of their passes are short passes where they're coming at each other, and they're just all of a sudden one of them will spring out and get open. Usually Ginla off a Tanguay pass. And so it's just been fascinating to watch the mind of these two guys. One pure shooter and one pure passer, but it works so well.
On the point, shot by Petrie, and that is blocked. And sent back to the front of the net, stopped again. The Avalanche has got the puck. Shipped up and out. Grabbed by Mitchell, brought in down the wing into the Oilers zone. And the trailer shot by Barry, and that one sailed wide of the net. Comes around the wall to the corner. Off the boards, out to center ice. Put away from Matt Hendricks, the former Avalanche. Duchesne's got a hold of the puck for Colorado. Shoots it in.
Mike Mitchell just got cut in the nose.
Duchesne holding the puck. Flipped it to the corner. Bounces his puck behind the Edmonton net. Comes free, Lander. Skate out towards center ice. Makes the pass through the middle. Steal made by the Avs. Pushed up by Briere. Landeskog, hand off to Duchesne. Shoots it through the low slot. Rims around, held in by Johnson. Again, the Avs spending time in the Edmonton zone. Landeskog. Let it thrown out in front, banged around, and given right away to Johnson. He put it off the boards. Chased, Lander for Edmonton. To get out of the zone, he did. Just outside the blue line. The Avs steal it back. Briere, by himself, stripped of the puck. The Oilers have got it. Petrie makes the handoff, carried to center ice. Put off the boards by Nugent Hopkins. Holden got it back for the Avalanche. Gives to O'Reilly. Cross-ice pass and carried through the middle. And shot in by Stewart. Stopped behind the net by Scriven. Shoots it around the glass. It touched the screen, apparently, so the puck has gone out of play. Now John Mitchell got clipped in a scoreless first period in Denver. Stevenson Automotive brings you our Did You Know question. Here it is tonight. What franchise has the longest playoff drought in NHL history? The Rockies Devils, C1, C2, the Florida Panthers, or C3, the New York Islanders? Text your answer. We'll give you the correct one in the third period.
The reason we bring this up, Mike, the Edmonton Oilers unfortunately are on a pretty long run of their own. 8 years in a row they've gone, Mike, without making the playoffs.
Alex Tanguay has the puck, scooped back behind the net. Comes up the wing, Jordan Eberle. And knocked it down with a high stick, so we're going to have a face-off. 5:27 to go in the first, no score in this one.
And somebody knows all about these Edmonton Oilers, Jerome McGinley. The rivalry that they have, Mike, is still incredibly intense. Calgary and Edmonton. This is I believe, 93rd time that he's played against the Edmonton Oilers.
Well, they just had another game recently. With the puck in the corner. Push free. Nugent Hopkins steals it away. Cuts behind the ass net. Throws it back towards the point. Slid across by Fane. Tipped in front. Nugent Hopkins chases the puck. He turns and shoots. Blocked by O'Reilly. Bouncing puck. O'Reilly bats it ahead. Kept in at the blue line. Shot by Fane. Glove. Save made by Varlamov.
Here are those clubs, Mike, that we're talking about as far as longest streaks, and it's the Edmonton Oilers, and it's tough. It's just been a painful time. 8 years inside of the city of Edmonton, where I remember one day we were there, Mike, and the front page was some player was dropped from the third or fourth line on the depth chart, and it was the front page article, not the sport page, the whole front page. So it shows you how seriously they take their hockey.
Well, when you won as many Stanley Cups as they did in their heyday, there's such a history there of having success. It's been a long run and a trying time for their fans. Oilers had the puck, scoreless first period for the Avalanche and the Oilers. Grabbed by Roy, taken away by the Avalanche. Sent to center for Max Talbot to take. Shoots it in, he'll chase the puck. He gets to it first in the corner, rolls it up the wall, but Julia makes the pass to center ice for Purcell, turns and shoots. And the puck dribbled wide of Varlamov. Back behind the cage. Avalanche have got it. We got a fight developing. Out at center ice, Matt Hendricks has dropped the gloves. And he's going to take on Cody McLeod. McLeod and Hendricks throwing punches. McLeod's helmet has come off, right by McLeod. Hendricks has got a hold of him pretty tight. McLeod throwing another punch by McLeod, laying on the side of the helmet of Hendricks. And those two now are going to get separated and sent to their respective penalty boxes. In fact, now they're just going to send him to the locker room because there's less than 5 minutes to go in the period. So, our first fight of the game, McLeod and Hendricks.
Well, Mike, former teammates, and make no bones about it, they were buddies in their time here, no question, because they were kindred spirits. They're both tough. They're both like those kind of guys that stand up for their team. And somebody said something wrong. Well, Wayne Gretzky was 99, Mike, and for Cody McLeod, he's also 99. 99 fights now for the Colorado Avalanche.
Peter, I have to laugh because watching that fight and watching across the rink, and I know a good friend of mine who was an Olympic boxer and a real champion heavyweight fighter is here tonight, and I was just watching him in his first ever hockey game. he just was loving it. DeVarrell Williamson, who I worked several boxing matches on altitude with, he's here tonight watching the game. I just watched him. He was kind of throwing a little punch himself while he was watching it.
It's a, you can like it, dislike it. There's been a lot of talk about, is there a place for it in the game anymore? But, having been around as many as I was around, not in around, Mike, I'll make that, as I always like to do, very clear. Mike?
Peter, there he is. That's DeVarrell Williamson. My children take boxing lessons in the summer. Just in case, just in case that whole college thing doesn't work out.
The old team spirit going.
The Irish, With the puck along the near side is Taylor Hall. Against the half board, will help from Nugent Hopkins. And the puck comes free. Aired out towards center ice. Pushed into the corner. Centering try. Comes free. And the Oilers got it back. Pushed out to center ice. Handled by John Hayda. Got around the boards. Bounces into the corner. Collision, but the puck freed up. Coming out towards center ice. The red line. Blocked. Carried in. Offside. Called on the Edmonton Oilers. Luxury has an address. Cooney Lexus invites you to see the full line of Lexus all-weather drive sedans and luxury utility vehicles for 2014. They're available at Cooney Lexus of Greenwood Village and Colorado Springs.
Well, Jan Hayda and Eric Johnson, as usual, getting that, the other team's big line.
They're available at Cooney Lexus of Greenwood Village and Colorado Springs.
Well, Jan Hayda and Eric Johnson, as usual, getting that, the other team's big line. Every time that Nugent Hopkins' line has been out there, those two have been out there for the Avalanche.
Peter told you earlier, Varlamov back. Give it back. First one in the corner. Threw it out in front. Off of Varlamov. Back to the point. Shot got through. Back in. What a stretch and a save by Varlamov. Boy, he just pushed across that pad, made a brilliant save. Aired up by Stewart. To the red line. Cross-ice pass gets tipped, and the puck has gone over.
This is how to get in shape fast.
Seek slider. LE.V shrimp.
If you want to drop
Seek slider.
Start eating more of these.
Seek sliders. Skip button.
Down low.
YouTube video.
If you're off,
video
oh
player.
my goodness. I mean, he did everything. Clearly, that did everything you're supposed to. Maybe didn't roll a wrist because he was going down. But, I mean, he stretched, found that, and he's just a terrific save by Varlamov.
Griffins leaves the puck at the side of the net. Ferentz. And pushed out to center. Oilers now leading in shots. 9-7. Hand pass called.
Or check in.
Scott goes back to the puck, fights off a hit of Hall. Handoff goes to Hayda, slides the puck ahead. Johnson's pass intercepted by Everly. Bouncing through the middle zone, Hall able to settle the puck down, pass back into his own zone for Barrett to take. Off the boards, chipped out to center by Lander of Edmonton. Back into the Colorado zone. Pass across for Tyson Barrett. Coming out through center. To the red line. Backhanded in, wide of the net. Smacked around the boards, held at the point, shot by Gannon, goes wide. Back up the wing, down the near side in the Edmonton zone. Going back behind the net. Into the corner for Petrie. Spencer sends it up the boards. Held at the point by Cleach. Steal made. Barry moving down the slot. He shoots and a save made by Scrivens. Puck still inside the zone. That's done a nice job holding it in. And off to Mitchell in the corner in the final minute of the period. Centered out in front for Mitchell. Pushed away from him. It's going to be a penalty. And it's going to be on the Avalanche. They crashed the net into Ben Scrivens. And that's a goalie interference penalty called on the Avalanche.
Well, this comes at the end of a good shift for the Colorado Avalanche. Grandulich had done, Mike, a nice job.
51, Edmonton, 2 minutes cross-checking. Colorado.
The argument here is that he was pushed in by Lander.
Correct. But
nonetheless, the call made. Oh, you know what? See, Lander's going into the box as well.
One for cross. I'm sure he got it for cross-checking. And
so, we do correct that there was a goaltender interference penalty, but Peter, we were also right that he was pushed in.
Exactly.
So is the reason behind for the referee is when even though you were pushed, you could have prevented yourself from going into the goaltender?
It's one of those things that you feel the guy did absolutely everything to get out of the way of the poor goaltender.
Next sarcasm. Absolutely. Poor goaltender. O'Reilly had the puck. We're going 4-on-4 hockey. O'Reilly makes a steal. He's got the angle, shoots, but it goes off the arm of Scrivens. And out to center ice, Everly. Bounces off a hit, slides the puck ahead for Nugent Hopkins. Going to give it to Schultz, a steal by the Avs. And we've got just 7 seconds to go in the period. Shot down the ice by Johnson on net. And Scrivens came out to handle the puck. At the bottom of the circle with Duchesne chasing. And we've come to the end of the first period of play. You see them talking to each other as they head to their respective locker rooms. Well, Peter, no goals during that first period of play.
I think each goaltender had maybe one real tough save to make. And I think for again, the Avalanche, these are the kind of games that sometimes a club like Edmonton comes in, you just got to grind it out. Edmonton is going to, new coach, they're going to want to play real close to the vest. So the Avalanche just got to stay with the game plan and keep going.
10 shots for the Avs, 9 shots for the Edmonton Oilers. It'll still be 4-on-4 for another minute, 9 when we come back for the second period of play. No score. Get ready for the Toyota intermission report. Avalanche and Oilers played 20 minutes.
20 minutes, no goal. 1-0 Avalanche. Teams had a couple of good chances. Goaltenders made the save, and Peter, we're going to the second period in a scoreless game. Now, this meaningful part of this game for the Avalanche. They got to get another 2 points and get back in that race in the Western Conference. Get with that pack, Peter. We're fighting right now for a wild card spot.
Yeah, it's becoming very apparent that this group is going to stay together as far as points. You look at the teams: St. Louis 47, LA 46, Vancouver 45, San Jose 45, Winnipeg 45, Calgary 45. All of those clubs are going to be in except for one. So for the Colorado Avalanche, the idea is you want to pull out, get into that group, get into it so where you can make a difference. You don't have to be watching all the time, scoreboard watching, hoping that a team is going to just completely fall apart. At this point in the season, I don't believe there are one of those clubs. I think Calgary had their little bottoming out. They went, I think, 7-8 games they did not win. Well, now they're back playing a little bit better. I think that's just going to be a path moving up in the Avalanche. You know, they put themselves in a hole like that, but they've got to catch the pack. They're 5-2-2 in their last 9, and they've got to keep building on that.
Okay, the X factor and all that, Peter, those teams that are ahead of you don't know if there's going to be a serious injury for any of those guys. That's your X factor.
A serious injury or
goaltending situation can change things. But right now for the Avalanche, their concern is the second period with Edmonton. Still another minute and 9 seconds of 4-on-4 time. And the Avalanche start with Duchesne, Landeskog, Johnson jumping up, shot by Duchesne on that tip, goes wide. And the other player out there, Hayda for the Avs. Those are the 4 out on the ice for the Avalanche. Landeskog has the puck. Works his way towards the blue line. Makes the pass. Cutting across. Johnson shoots wide to the net. Then out in front. Blocks. Given away. But the Oilers get it back. Carried 1-on-1. Taylor Hall against Eric Johnson. Trailed by Nugent Hopkins. They collide against each other. And the puck though picked up by Hall. But the referee outside the zone is calling a penalty. And it's going against the Taylor Hall of the Edmonton Oilers. So the Avalanche are going to get a 4-on. And it's going against the Taylor Hall of the Edmonton Oilers. So the Avalanche are going to get a 4-on-3 situation for 23 seconds.
To number 4, 2 minutes slashing. And he knew it right away. Comes across and just slashes the stick out of Landeskog's hand. But look at Duchesne and Johnson going to the net in perfect stick position by both of these guys. They were right there. They just couldn't quite chip that one home.
Both of the minor penalties that the Oilers have taken in this game that have resulted in an Avalanche power play situation have been the slash and the stick out of one of the Avalanche players' hands. And Hall just did it 45 seconds into the second period. 4-on-3. One of those rare situations. Now it's not going to last very long. In fact, just another 5 seconds. Johnson over the line for Tanguay. In the slot, shot gets blocked. And the puck is scooped up and shot down the ice by the Oilers. And now it is just a situation where it is 5-on-4 power play time. We have those matching penalties. Lander and Mitchell. That ended. Now Hall in the penalty box. For the Oilers with a slasher. Power play number 2 of the game for the Avalanche. One timer off the outside part of the post by Jerome McGinley. That was about the spot he was at in the third period against Philadelphia when he tied the game at 3.
And Mike, you can certainly feel that Jerome McGinley's game is really coming to him because he just missed that. He timed that perfectly.
Waved in by Nick Holder of the Avalanche. Back around the boards. Avalanche has got it. Still in the power play. Another 40 seconds left in the Hall penalty. Stewart, shot of the net. Mitchell. Right back to Stewart. Behind the slot towards Barry. Fights off a check. Stays with the puck. Behind the slot for Mitchell. He shoots and missed. Back around the wall. 25 seconds to go. In Hall's penalty. McKinnon. Behind the slot. Stewart shoots wide. Bangs back up the wall for Barry to take. Gives to John Mitchell. The half-boards for Nathan McKinnon. Smacked around the boards and out by the Oilers. The Avalanche are going to go through this power play without getting a shot on net. Hall's out of the penalty box. And they have 0 for 2 tonight. The power play opportunity. The Scrivens covers the puck for a faceoff.
Talbot. And number 12, McGinley on the far side. Goal scorers per night, they position themselves well. You see, he's all set. You're exactly right, Mike. And now it was at the other end of the ice. It was the third period. But it was off to the goaltender's right, and I mean, he wired that last game. And it was short side top shelf in a heartbeat. And now, Mike, they position themselves well. You see, he's all set. You're exactly right, Mike. And now it was at the other end of the ice. It was the third period. But it was off to the goaltender's right. And I mean, he wired that last game. And it was short side top shelf in a heartbeat.
And Duchesne again. Right. Getting a shot on net. Falls out of the penalty box. We have 3-2 tonight. The power play opportunity. The scrimmage covers the puck.
Play keyboard short. Home clip champ tab. HT. Goals. YouTube video. Call.
The Avalanche are going to go through this power play. Getting a shot on with the penalty box. They have 2 tonight. The power play opportunity.
The
puck for a faceoff.
Neymar Lucic gets goal in 6 of the season. And what a huge save. We're tied at 1. And number 12 again on the far side. Goal scorers, Mike, they position themselves well. You see, he's all set. You're exactly right, Mike. And now it was at the other end of the ice. It was the third period. But it was off to the goaltender's right. And I mean, he wired that last game. And it was short side top shelf in a heartbeat. And it was short side. And McDavid.
Duchesne against Derek Roy to the face-off. Oilers had the puck. Julio has the puck knocked away from him by Landeskog. The hit up ice. Picking up speed as he gets to the red line. Over the line to the trailer for air. Steps the wing and cleared out to center ice. Oilers come into the end zone. Got the box. Got the cross pass towards Roy. Missed. Ran around the boards. Johnson for Colorado. Puck down to center ice. Peacher, Edmonton defenseman coming back for the puck. Long pass stolen by Barry. Stops at the blue line, makes the pass, then gets tipped to center. Back in, the board by McLeod. Scrivens falls down on the net. Pushed around the wall. Got the puck, gave it away. Bad pass. Coming in with Barry. Shoots, but Scrivens makes the save.
Well, Ben Scrivens came over from Los Angeles to join the Edmonton Oilers, and man, that's just one of those ones, Mike. You just fall down. But good passing by the Avalanche in a couple of these situations. They're driving towards them. That came off the post. I think it did.
Sure did.
It was the last play. Yakupov just completely threw it out to Barry, who stepped in nicely.
Big passes like that, Peter, you realize why a player's minus 20.
Yeah, it has not been easy for the young guy. He's taken a lot of criticism. His play has been inconsistent at best. But he was the number 1 overall a couple of years ago, and what do you do with that kind of talent?
Coming in, Taylor Hall. Heavily to the front of the net, the pass. And I think O'Reilly may have tipped that away from Hall. Back the other way. And put away by Gibbons. He hit the referee. Folks that have to send up the boards got blocked. Ball pass to Schultz.
Complimentary. Going. YouTube video.
Steal the puck back, but it's tipped in. Center ice.
YouTube.
Gibbons got it for Colorado. Oilers have not had a shot.
Play keyboard.
Curry, there's been 5 minutes of action. In the second, Oilers are out a shot on net.
Going back. YouTube video player group. Check. Goal scored. YouTube video. Play key. Complimentary landmark. YouTube.
Avalanche control the puck. Pass off the boards. Back into the Edmonton zone. pressure by McKinnon. Frees up the puck. Schultz knocked it down. Chipped it up the boards for Purcell. Returns. Makes the pass across. Return to the far side circle. Justin Schultz. Makes the pass for Oscar Klefbom. Over the line. Shot wide of the net. Roy's pass. An escape. And banks back down into the Edmonton zone.
Patience by the Avalanche. They've got to keep their patience because this game is, not a lot of tempo, not a lot of scoring chances.
Centered out in front for McKinnon. And Mitchell ties up with Petrie. And the puck pushed up the slot, but not out. Bang back into the corner. The Oilers continue to struggle to break out of their own zone. Pass out the center, and that's skipped by Hendricks. Nicely balled on the Edmonton Oilers. Don't miss a pregame with Ron Zapolo this Sunday from 8 to 10. You can catch exclusive interviews with players like running back C.J. Anderson and the complete pro football landscape with Carl Mecklenburg, Brandon Stokely, and Mark Jackson. Pregame with Ron Zapolo Sunday at 8 on Altitude. Plenty to talk about, of course. Weekend of NFL playoffs. Steal by Purcell. Into center ice. To the red line. Lifted in. Pass it on. There to center ice. Fleet. Back in front of the net. Hendricks has got it for Edmonton. Gets through the red line. Shift into the corner. Oilers have the puck. Gavin knocked down tonight. Big end of the Avs. And the puck launched back out to center ice. Heat will come back and get it. Hand off to Yakupov. Skates through center. Right over the line. Cuts across. Trying to push the puck across, but pushed in the by Nikita. And that caused everybody else to come back on side for Edmonton. Giving the Avs a chance to come out of the zone. Johnson puts the puck into the Oiler net. Into it first, Landeskog and Duchesne. Duchesne's got it. Pass back towards the point for Holman. He shoots through traffic, but a glove save made by Scrimmage. And we'll be back. No score in the second period in Denver. No score in the second period in Denver. Down on the Avalanche bench, Peter McNabb set to talk to Eric Johnson. Peter?
This is a club you just can't take for granted. You're playing good, solid hockey club. What's the key for your hockey club the rest of this game?
Yeah, I think you said it pretty good there. I mean, we know we're going to get our chances, and it's a matter of knowing when it's there and taking advantage of it. And if you press on them, you're going to give up an odd man rush, and that's what they want. So I think, like you said, we stay patient. We're going to get our opportunity. We got to make sure we capitalize on it, but we're going to get that opportunity. We just got to make sure we're patient. We jump in the hole when it's there. We're playing good hockey right now, and can't get frustrated. We got to maintain our patience, and when we get that scoring chance, bear down, and then on them, you're going to give up an odd man rush, and that's what they want. So I think, like you said, we stay patient. We're going to get our opportunity. We got to make sure we capitalize on it, but we're going to get that opportunity. We just got to make sure we're patient. We jump in the hole when it's there. We're playing good hockey right now, and can't get frustrated. We got to maintain our patience, and when we get that scoring chance, bear down, and then put in the back of the net.
DJ, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Back to playing the second period. 12:40 to go in this period. Oilers without a shot on net in this period. Oilers continue to hem them in their own zone. Pass out to center ice. Van Hendricks. Poke check by Landeskog. And to get it back. Nice and fair. Put it up by Landeskog. Got to wait for Briere to come back on side. Pass behind him for Barry. He's over the line. Now Danny Briere with the puck for the in the corner for Duchesne. Trickles out in front. Pass score! Down the opening! Wait, nice and fair. Put it up by Landeskog. Got to wait for Briere to come back on side. Pass behind him for Barry. He's over the line. Now Danny Briere with the puck for the Landeskog. Got to wait for Briere to come back on side. Pass behind him for Barry. He's over the line. Now Danny Briere with the puck for the corner for back. He's in for Daniel Briere.
Getting back to one, realize Arnold.
McKinnon wedged off the puck. Brought in offside by the Avalanche.
Right, just getting back to one thing about the players, you know, the respect that they have for Daniel Briere. You and I have talked about it. You don't want to, you know, in nauseam keep talking about it. I think fans realize what a nice guy he is. But every team that he has been on, we talked to those people there in Buffalo. The fans are still talking about what a nice guy he was. He has been a tremendous internal addition to this team.
You're right, Peter. Talked to somebody on the coaching staff for the Philadelphia Flyers, and the first question he asked me, how's Danny B? How's he doing? He just is loved wherever he plays. Dropped into the corner. In the Edmonton zone, Avalanche strike first to get that first goal. Briere scoring here in the second period. Pass back to the point for Holman. Back around the wall, cut off by Lander for the Oilers. Moves it behind his own net. Ferris taking off the glass ahead for Yakupov. Pushed up by Anton Lander over the line. Shot on net, and the save made by goaltender Semyon Varlamov. Just the second shot of the period for Edmonton. That was Matt Fraser. Got in from center. Stopped behind the net by Varlamov. Down the ice. The bullet. Reversed back by the Avalanche. And out to center ice. Backing up Aaron Johnson. Pass through the middle. Shot in. Again, after the puck for Colorado, but Oilers get it back. Nugent Hopkins had it, lost it. Tanguay in the slot. He shoots high. Off the glass. Bouncing puck to the corner. Nugent Hopkins able to push it ahead. Across. Return. Left ball. Out to center ice. And it's turned around. And we got a nice call on the Edmonton Oilers.
Let's go back to the goal. And again, watch Briere, watch how he analyzes the play. And the coaches have been talking about the fact that, okay, that's his 7th goal of the season. But more importantly, like, he's not the biggest guy, but he's got a real net presence. So what that means, like, he goes to the right spot. He is dangerous when he is in front of the net. He's just not one of those guys that's standing there and taking up space. He's actually making the right move. He's there to tip one or grab a rebound.
Bouncing puck abs again. Nice job all night long, keeping the puck in the zone. Then a steal, and it's 3-on-1 for Edmonton. Taylor Hall with the puck, 3-on-1. Pass missed by Nugent Hopkins. Saucers across, and it hopped over his stick. Brought the other way by Landeskog. Reached across the rink, picked up by Briere. Protected the corner by Nugent Hopkins, who lost his stick. Pass behind the net for Duchesne. Barrett shoots, but a tip sends the puck wide. He's back into the corner. Oilers have got it. And Fane then is back in front of his own net. Pass to center. Stolen momentarily by Mitchell and knocked ahead by McKinnon. Centering try. Mitchell turns and shoots wide. Trying to send a shot to the net, and it stopped. Pushed out to center ice by Boyd Gordon. For Hendricks. Called up. Into the corner. Sent behind the net by Gadsden. Hendricks. Off the boards, back to the point. Casey turns and shoots. And through a lot of bodies. Varlamov saw it and made the save. Daniel Briere with his 7th goal of the season. And the Avalanche lead the Oilers 1-0.
Back at the
save. Daniel Briere with his 7th goal of the season.
And scored for the Oilers and tied the game 1-1.
back at at the Petro Center, Colorado leads Edmonton 1-0 in the second. This is a great feel-good story. 16-year-old Tani Trujillo is the Av for the day. Now, the Avs players initially met Tani at their annual Children's Hospital visit in December when she was recovering from knee surgery. She's such a big Avs fan, she started crying when she saw the guys. Today she had a chance to meet them a little bit more formally, a humongous Avs fan, and the Avs players were very affected by how much of a fan she really is, guys.
Thank you very much, Julie. Chasing after the puck, pulling out center in the slot, and a steal made by McKinnon, and he gets hit by Purcell. Pass still comes out to center ice. Sends it into the zone. Mitchell brings it around, cut off by Mitchell. McKinnon for the Avalanche. Surrounded. Pouliot took away the puck. Quick pass of ice for Roy. Taken back by the Avs. Shot to the front. And a tip by McKinnon sends the puck wide. 1-0 for the Avalanche. Danny Briere with the goal. And it's 7:55 in the second period. Matthew Shane and Tyson Barrie assisting. Puck lifted up in the air, off the glove, and that's a hand pass called on the Oilers. These lucky fans upgraded from the Ram Trucks fan zone to lower bowl seats courtesy of Ram Trucks. You can purchase tickets in section 362 for your chance to win and upgrade to the official truck of your Colorado Avalanche.
And Mike, you don't want to say that they are comfortable with what they're doing, but it's more the idea that they're confidently going out shift after shift, and they're not overcommitting, they're not making any bad passes, any bad decisions right now. They're playing a very strong defensive game.
They lead this one 1-0, out shooting the Oilers 16-12. Edmonton has the puck. Lander trying to clear, and it slipped off the glove. And they get into center ice, teed up and shut in by Fleece. Put off in the corner, kick back behind the net. Pass by McLeod. It's by Barrie at the point. Barrie will come back for it. Being chased by Yakupov. Barrie gets by Everett. Pick it up, speeds, he gets in, smacked away, but it bounced in front of the Edmonton net. Covered by the goaltender Scrivens for a faceoff.
Tyson Barrie, Mike, he went through a little bit of a dry patch there as far as offensively, but now he's had an assist. Last game, obviously, came on the overtime goal. Gets an assist tonight. Just those are the plays, Mike, that he's got to continue to make for the Avalanche.
Let's get the puck, gets the faceoff. One shot by Ginla, stopped by Scrivens. Pushed around the board. Try for a fake from the Edmonton net. He gets in and smacked away, but it bounced from the Edmonton net. Goaltender Scrivens for a faceoff.
Tyson Barrie went through a little bit of a dry patch there as far as offense.
We have a 2-1 Oiler lead.
A little bit of a dry patch. The team on the overtime goal. Gets an assist tonight. Just those are the plays, Mike, that he's got to continue to make for the Avalanche. But now he's had an assist. Last game, obviously, team on the overtime goal. Gets an assist tonight. Just those are the plays, Mike, that he's got to continue to make for the Avalanche.
Let's get the puck, gets the faceoff. One shot by Ginla, stopped by Scrivens. Pushed around the boards. Let's keep it in play in the Edmonton zone. With the point through. Pass towards O'Reilly. Put him in the skate. The puck comes free. Right out of the zone. Adds again. Doing a nice job holding it in. Shot by O'Reilly. And the glove save made by goaltender Ben Scrivens.
Talbot. Like we talked about a little bit earlier, the idea that McGill is really starting to find those spots where he scores from. His timing is where, when he gets to the right spot right now, is absolutely perfect. We commented on him being in that far circle just down low. but he was there, he was ready. On that last play, he was there, he was ready at the right time. And that's so key for the man with the puck. It'll give you someone to move the puck to.
Shane hands up with the puck. Skins into the corner. It's the goal. Back behind for Briere. With the puck into the crease. Barrett's long pass at center ice. Oh, checked away by puck comes back to Stewart. Pass up ice for Briere. Behind him from Landeskog. Spins away from trouble. Pass in the slot. Holding in. Shot save made by Scrimmage. And we'll be back. More second period play coming up on Altitude. We'll be back.
18th goal of the season.
Play coming up on Altitude.
Well, Mike, the play we're looking at is corner. Grindovich, Mike, and what a nice goal that he scored last game. He was so excited. He was telling us how to pronounce his name correctly yesterday, but here's the international part of this game of hockey now, the National Hockey League.
The corner
worldwide game.
After save made by Scrivens. Turns the puck to the corner. Duchesne after it. Put it behind the net. Wraparound try by Briere. Stopped. The puck picked up and carried up ice by Boyd. Gordon blocks the line. Offside Edmonton. Let's check in ringside here once again. Raymond, before we check in with Julie, let's see if anything develops here. Oh, a little punch with that right hand by Landeskog. Right in the face of Matt Fraser. They're just continuing to jaw at each other.
Fraser recently picked up from the Boston Bruins on waivers. This is a little bit of a continuation. There was a play earlier in the first period where Landeskog and Fraser kind of pushed at each other, and then after the whistle, Landeskog finishes off his check. A couple of pretty good shots.
See Gable Landeskog in the penalty box for the Avalanche. Matt Fraser in for the Edmonton Oilers.
The one with a power play.
Landeskog in the penalty box for the Avalanche. Matt Fraser in for the Edmonton Oilers.
One Oilers.
Four fingers of wondering if there was an extra minor penalty given out, but it's just going to be a minor for each.
And I think he was wondering if it could be 4-on-4 hockey. Also, you know, I think that both. I think you saw the play. Both guys got a pretty good shot in on that play.
After the face-off, controlled by Edmonton. So we go for the second time. Smacked away, but it bounced from the Edmonton net. By the goaltender Scrivens for a face-off.
Hopkins.
Tyson Gray
by the goaltender Scrivens for a face-off.
Hopkins.
Tyson Gray
by the goaltender Scrivens for a face-off.
3-1 Oilers.
Tyson Gray, Mikey went through a little bit of a dry patch there as far as offensively. But now he's had an assist. Last game, obviously, came on the overtime goal. Gets an assist tonight. You know, just those are the plays, Mike, that, you know, he's got to continue to make for the Avalanche.
Let's get the puck.
You know, last game, obviously, came on the overtime goal. Gets an assist tonight. You know, just those are the plays, Mike, that Tyson Gray, Mike, he went through a little bit of a dry patch there as far as offensively. But now he's had an assist. Last game, obviously, came on the overtime goal. Gets an assist tonight. You know, just those are the plays, Mike, that, you know, he's got to continue to make for the Avalanche.
Let's get the puck at the face-off. One time by Gedla, stopped by Scrivens. Pushed around the boards. The here. The next. Let's come out in the center with the puck. Put in by Hayden. Drop pass for White.
That's another assist.
One-timer set. Rebound.
By Cam Talbot.
Nugent Hopkins hustling out to center ice. Cuts across the line. And off to Everly. Through the circle. His pass got tipped to the corner. Patriot pass behind the net for Jordan Everly. Reverses. Comes out in front. His pass. Doesn't connect, and the puck goes to the corner. Bang up by for Johnson. One man back initially. Everybody else jumping up. The pass picked off. There to center by Hall. Up ahead for Everly. Back to Larson. And that's broken up by Colorado. 50 seconds left of those matching penalties. Landeskog and Fraser. Again, runs into Mitchell. Again, it's still going with the puck. Into the corner. Checked by Perkins. Steals it away. Up the boards for Roy. That's through the middle. And pushed ahead. Into the corner by the defenseman Andrew Farron. Mitchell for the Avalanche. Finds Tyson Barry. 25 seconds left in this 4-on-4. Stewart moves the puck around the boards. Oilers hold it in. Up high the line, Royce. Stolen away by Duchesne. His pass through the middle. Taken back by the Oilers. Pass to center. Has to get it back. Duchesne knocked it in. Schultz pass through the middle. Caught by Roy. Throws to the boards. Penalties are over. Fraser gets the handoff. Smacks the puck to the corner. And we're back to 5-on-5 hockey with 3:20 to go in the second. As late at 1-0. 5-on-5 hockey with 3:20 to go in the second. As late at 1-0.
3-1 Oilers.
In this period. Maroon. El Yakupov with the puck. Makes the pass get through from Lander. Over the line, onside. Down the slot, Yakupov. Chance got blocked. Picks up the loose puck. Pass towards the point. Got tipped. O'Reilly gaining on his man. The pass comes through for Yakupov. The pass across. And shot in around the board. Varlamov lets it go. That allows Johnson to get through for the Avalanche. And he bounces it down the ice. And Colorado will get called for icing. Julie, we tried to talk to you earlier before the little battle ensued, so let's check in with you right now. Here's Julie Brown.
That's okay. You guys were talking about Borna Rendulic, and I talked to him this morning. Obviously, it scored the other night that his first NHL goal and what it meant to the country of Croatia, and he said he got so many texts, so many phone calls, so many emails. A lot of newspapers picked up on the story. He's feeling like quite a celebrity, but he said, you know what? I really hope that's not the last one. He's so proud of that accomplishment, and his country is too, guys.
Thank you, Julie. Cleared out down the ice, and an icing call on the Colorado Avalanche again.
It's just to continue that, Julie, is the idea that listen to him speak tremendously articulate about, how his whole career started, how, the sports that he played when he was a kid, how hockey was maybe the fourth. He was a basketball, soccer player, played handball. Hockey was just sort of the other sport that he played, but it's the one that he loved.
Well, Peter, in that interview I had with him earlier today, talked about just weren't a lot of rinks in his country. He played outdoors. Schultz with the puck. Takes the pass. And Hopkins, cross ice, Everly. Back to the point. Shot wide of the net. Goes along the boards. Punch back towards the corner for Nugent Hopkins. Off the wall. Back towards the corner. Steal by O'Reilly. Flips the puck to center. Schultz coming back for it. 2 minutes to go in the period. 1-0 Avalanche. Shot gets blocked and redirected over the glass and out of play.
Okay, Landeskog, the month of December was one of those deceptive ones. In 13 games, he had 9 points, all of them being assists. But he did lead the Avalanche in assists for the month. Like in one of those months where he had his shots. He had 41 shots in the month. And, you talk about absolutely no luck.
Petrie. Checked by McKinnon. Going to get a penalty. Booking penalty with 1:46 to go in the period. And the Edmonton Oilers will have their first power play opportunity of the game.
Something the power play. Almost. There's where the play was, Mike. is that at the end of it, by the time the sort of the fans and everything saw, it looks like it was Petrie that was doing the hooking, but the penalty had already been called.
McKinnon for hooking at 18-14. Nugent Hopkins wins the face-off to the point. McKinnon for hooking at 18-14. Nugent Hopkins wins the face-off to the point. Cross, gets it back. Tipped and wide of the net. The Oilers this season 29th in the league on the power play. Dead last on the road on the power play. Off the skate of Hall. Behind the net. Back up the boards for Hall. Pass high in the slot from Justin Schultz. Slides it across. Everly. Pass down low and sends the puck wide. Back to the point. So the cross for Taylor Hall. Couldn't get a shot away. Cleach on him. Hall. 1:05 left in the period. Makes the pass. Gets it back. Back up high for Schultz. Slides it across. On Everly. Nowhere to shoot the puck. Looking for an opening, slides it back to the point. Hall cuts in, he shoots, that's blocked. Away by Colorado. Scrivens will set it, 40 seconds to go in the period. 1-0 Avs, Oilers working on their first power play chance. Second unit Oilers for Edmonton. The Avalanche have tagged O'Reilly on with Hayda. Johnson. The puck slides out to center. Landon sends it across. Just 15 seconds to go in the period. Pass up ice for Derek Roy. Skates to the red line. Over the line with the puck. Stripped of the puck by Tanguay. And dumped it in towards Scriven. And that'll do it. Period comes to an end. The only goal we saw during that second period scored by Danny Briere. Nice setup from Matt Duchene.
It's a professional period. They took the chance that they had, and Briere, beautiful pass by Duchene. But the idea was they didn't make mistakes. They weren't no 3-on-2s, 2-on-1s for the Edmonton Oilers. It's a really solid defensive period for the Avalanche.
That's into the locker room with the lead after 40 minutes of action.
Oilers, 3 goals.
With his 40 minutes of action.
McDavid, the 3 assists.
Danny Briere with his 7th of the year at 7:55. Right now, that's the difference. Stay tuned. Briere with his 7th of the year at 7:55. Right now, that's the difference. Stay tuned for the Super. Intermission report. Colorado Avalanche hockey on altitude is brought to you by Groove Subaru on Broadway or online at grooveauto.com. Pepsi, proud to be the official soft drink of the Colorado Avalanche. And by the Ford Explorer. It's time you did your exploring. Ford Explorer. Go further. Avalanche get a goal from Danny Briere during the second period, his 7th of the season, and they lead it 1-0. The goal was set up his 7th of the season, and they lead it 1-0. The goal was set up by Matt Duchene. And Matt Duchene, Peter, he's having one of those games. He's had career games against the Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah, that's 28 points now, 21 games against Edmonton. And Mike, I mean, just flying. I mean, I was on the spray. Look at the spray on that. How cool. I mean, how well you get to be able to skate to be able to do that. But, you know, more importantly for the Avalanche is creating offense. Driving to the net, he and Johnson both just can't find that one to chip it in. But here's the goal. Now, Briere does a nice job of disappearing and then reappearing. But Duchene sees him on the far side, and the Avalanche had that one goal. Mike, the thing that impressed me the most about that period was, you know, and Eric Johnson talked about it. There was an offensive and a defensive patience. No one cheated. No one did anything stupid. They waited. They got far in nets. They know that Edmonton, you know, wasn't getting a ton of chances. Don't give them a chance. And that's what the Avalanche did well in that second period. And remember, they were talking for a long time, Mike, about the second period for the Avalanche being their toughest defensively. Edmonton only had 5 shots on goal in that second period.
And took them quite a while to get that first to the 5. Well, here we go. Nugent Hopkins taking the face-off against Mitchell to start the third period. And when Colorado scored on the Brienne, he got hit.
Scores! So the bunch just kind of...
Oh, yes,
you're just trying to find something to...
What a goal. 4 seconds into the third period.
Nick Holden, I mean...
The power play goal for the Edmonton Oilers.
He does so well. And now back in the lineup. Last game he had a big assist for the Avalanche.
Power play number 2 for Edmonton.
Nick Holden, right? You're just trying to find something to do. But here's the scoring chance.
0% vertically score.
Nick Holden, I mean, that's what he does so well.
Patrick Maroon does
Nick
so
Holden,
well.
I mean, here's the scoring chance. Nick Holden, I mean, that's what he does so well. And now back in the lineup. Last game he had a big assist for the Avalanche.
Power play number 2.
But here's the goal.
Now, Duchesne, Peter.
Gets 4.
And the Edmonton
4-1 Oilers.
Almost.
Just early in the third period. Polyarmy just scored.
There's where the play was, Mike said. Because at the end of it, by the time the sort of the fans and everything saw,
And Patrick
it looks like it was Patriot not doing the hooking, but the penalty had already been called.
McKinnon for hooking at 18-14. Nugent Hopkins wins the face-off to the point. Matt would be able to put it across and pass through and gets it through the neutral zone. Tipped into the Avalanche end. Hayda takes a hold of the puck for Colorado. Just beginning things in our third period. Avalanche up 1-0.
Oilers up 4-1.
Down the board. Blocked at the line. Quick pass up ice for Purcell. Squeezed off the puck by holding the Avalanche. Back behind the net. Chase in the corner. Roy past the slide. Shot by Purcell. That one went off of Varlamov and wide. Rolled to the corner. By McKinnon. Chopped it off the glass. Waiting. Ahead was Tanguay. Scooped up. Carried in by Stewart. He shoots. And a tip by Petrie sends the puck out of play.
Let's have a look at what Semyon Varlamov has done tonight. Usually through the second period, Mike. You know, this season for the Avalanche, there's been a lot of shots. Well, they're getting better. The shots are starting to come down. Edmonton's had... There's their best chance by a long shot there where he found that left pad save. That was a terrific save for Varlamov. But, you know, he's just been like solid in nets.
As chased the puck, Tanguay whipped a pass. O'Reilly back to Tanguay. Circles behind the net. Waits. Holden snuck in. Shot and rolling through the crease. Picked up by Lander for Edmonton. Pass quickly up ice. Carried in. Got about shot. Save made by Varlamov. Turn to the corner. Out to center ice. McGinley pushed the puck back behind him. And the middle of a change. Tanguay pushed the puck into the Oilers zone. Long pass off the end of the stick of Frazier. And into the Colorado. Snapped around the wall. Waiting though at the point was Ferris. Towards the corner of the Colorado zone. Ferris quick out the pass for Briere. Going to be a penalty on Briere. He got hit by Gazdic and then retaliated. And the Oilers are going to get an early third period power play. Their second of the game.
Colorado 48 minor penalty for tripping. Have another look at it right here. Just kind of, that's a big body coming at you, Mike. You're just trying to find something to do. But here's the scoring chance. And Nick Holden, I mean, that's what he does so well. And now back in the lineup. Last game he had a big assist for the Avalanche.
Power play number 2 for Edmonton. Manny Briere in the box for 4-1. The point slides it across. Paul manning the point. Center ice by Tanguay. Cross ice pass. Jordan Everett. Back into the Avalanche zone. Hand off to Hall. He cuts in. Centered across. And sliding. Save made by Varlamov. Pass tip to the corner. Grab. Pass. Back to the point. Schultz winds. Makes a pass across in the slot. Shoved by Purcell. Misses. Hall. He gets up to the puck. Batted away by Ted Purcell. Centered in front for Everly. Knocked it wide. Back to Everly. Pass far circle. Hall shoots. Blocked by Johnson. Kicked in. Schultz attempted across for Everly. Back to Schultz in the slot. Sends it across for Hall. And Everly put on the skate.
Russell
bounces to the circle. And sliding and smacked out of the zone by Eric Johnson.
I guess about 4 guys that needed to get off the ice. They got banged, bumped, blocked shots.
Run in by Fraser. Shot trickled to the front of the net. It's covered by Varlamov for a face-off.
I apologize. I'm watching Nugent Hopkins is talking to the trainer about getting a skate on the back of his leg. The trainer's looking at him right now. Fortunately, it doesn't seem to be anything too serious, but that's a scary one when he gets that right there. You see, the trainer's looking at it because he went into the boards with Hayda, and Hayda, both of them sort of, it was an awkward sort of hit, and then all of a sudden he got up and he was just. Yeah, he's heading to the locker room right now.
Puck carried to center ice by Jeff Petrie. No! To the corner. 20 seconds left of the Briere penalty. This game 1-0. Petrie. At the point. A little help from Roy. Pass to the cross. Back to Roy. Shoots. Blocked in front by Gennon. Puck taken away by Roy. Rolled away from him, but another penalty on the Avalanche. Comes with 2 seconds left in the Briere penalty. And it's Alex Tanguay headed to the penalty box.
They can't keep doing this.
Fourth power play.
The Avalanche they played 4 minutes of this period, and there was a little bit of McKinnon's, and there's another 2 minutes now, and now 2 more minutes. Oilers running into themselves with, Nugent Hopkins
with 2 power play goals.
He's one of the main quarterbacks on their power play.
Scorer this season in goals with 11 and points with 24. Everly couldn't get the puck through. Cleared out by the Avalanche. Shot down the ice by Briere. Briere's out of the box. Jordanson second 5-on-3. And now third power play chance of the game. Everly coming in. Moves it back up off the wall to the point. Schultz give it right back for Hall. Hand off. Everly back to Schultz at the blue line. Finds Everly. Gives it back to Schultz. Shot through traffic. Knocked down. And this game is tied at 1. Finds Everly. Hand off. Everly back to Schultz at the blue line. For Hall. Hand off. Everly back to Schultz at the blue line.
0%.
Finds Everly. Gives it back to Schultz. Shot through traffic.
Touch the Oilers lead. It's 4-2. Very big save by Talbot.
Is tied at 1. That's a power play goal for the Edmonton Oilers. Somehow that puck found its way into the back of the net.
Well, they just stayed with.
Always going goal.
It didn't look dangerous, then all of a sudden it was, and it just popped up over it.
Benoit Pouliot. I think he might be the best player tonight.
Yeah,
he's been good.
He's played real well. He's one of those guys. He's a big body, and they needed some size. They needed some good big guys. And Pouliot is one of those players.
Just came off the injured reserve list to join the team. The big player tonight.
Yeah, he's been good. He's played real well. He's one of those guys. He's a big body, and they needed some size. They needed some good big guys. And Pouliot is one of those players.
I think he might be the best player tonight.
Yeah,
he's been good.
He's played real well. he's one of those guys, he's a big body. And they needed some size, they needed some good big guys.
Edouard Pouliot.
Pouliot, I think he might be the best player tonight. Yeah,
He's been good.
He played real well. He's one of those guys, he's a big body. And they needed some size, they needed some good big guys. And Pouliot is one of those players.
This came off the injured reserve list for the team tonight. And has paid some dividends with a power play goal. And the Oilers now this one up in the third period. Now it's anybody's game with 15 minutes left. We go to the third period. And the point shot by Ferris is tipped high. Picked up. Bobbling around. Back to the Oilers. With a power play goal. Been your best player tonight.
0%
Yeah, he's been good. He played real well. He's one of those guys, he's a big body. And they needed some size, they needed some good big guys. And Pouliot is one of those players.
Just came off the injured reserve list and joined the team tonight. Has paid some dividends with a power play goal. And the Oilers battled this one up in the third period. Now it's anybody's game with 15 minutes left. We go to the third period. And the point shot by Ferris gets tipped high. Off the glass picked up. And a bunch by Barry. One bobbling around. Give it back to the Oilers. With a cross by Petrie. Cross right. Fraser. The puck into the Colorado zone. Yakupov crashes into Getty. The puck comes free. Barry. Pass for Landeskog. Ahead for Duchesne. Keeps it the line. Pass broken up. Batted high in the air. Drops back behind the net. Oilers have got it. There to center ice by Gordon. Makes the pass through. Keaton shoots head high. Gloved by Varlamov. Face off in the Colorado zone coming up.
Like we've used the term for years. It's called shortening the game, especially when you're on the road, where the other team has the ability, the home club has the ability to match the lines. Edmonton is exactly where they want to be right now. I mean, of course, you'd love to be ahead by a whole bunch of goals, but it's down to 14 minutes and it's even. And they've worked to get that power play goal, and now is the pressure on the Avalanche to get that next goal? They're going to push it a little bit too hard. It's fell short.
Face off. Keaton shoots head high. Center ice by Gordon. Makes the pass through. Keaton shoots head high.
Oh, scores!
Face off in the Colorado zone coming up.
Like we've used the term for years. It's called shortening the game, especially when you're on the road. The other team has the ability, the home for years. It's called shortening the game, especially when you're on the road. But the other team has the ability, the home club has the ability to match the lines. Edmonton is exactly where they want to be right now. I mean, of course, you'd love to be ahead by a whole bunch of goals, but Edmonton is exactly where they want to be right now. I mean, of course, you'd love to be by a whole bunch of goals, but it's down to 14 minutes and it's even. They've worked to get that power play goal, and now is the pressure on the Avalanche to get that next goal, that power play goal, and now is the pressure on the Avalanche to get that next goal. They're going to push it a little bit too hard. Can't do it, but the tendencies tell you that you will at some point.
Mitchell's pass over the line for the defenseman Stewart. Wings it across. Top right up against the boards. Mitchell reverses it around, waiting, and Stewart off the puck. Oilers moved out towards center ice. Cross ice pass. Purcell waits, chips it in. There's your Subway scoring summary. Power play goal for Pouliot. His first power play goal of the season. Schultz and Eberle with the assist. 4:47 the time of the goal. Pass through the middle. Bounce back to Tanguay. The goal for McKinnon. Broke it up. Tanguay makes a nice steal. Centering pass. Barry's gotten away. Pushed around the boards. And not past to Barry. Out to center ice. Handled by McKinnon. Cross ice pass. Tanguay waits. Patient. Makes a nice pass for O'Reilly. He's tagged against the boards. Tanguay and O'Reilly at the half boards. It's Tanguay with the puck. Broken up by Nugent-Hopkins and Hall to Ferris. Couldn't get out of the zone initially. Then it's picked up. Carried ahead by Hall. Coming in on Barry. Nice move. And a shot. Goes tipped wide into the corner. Nugent-Hopkins goes down to the ice. Steal made. Cutting across. Shot. Loose puck. No angel save made by Varlamov. goaltender save for Varlamov. This game tied at 1 in the third. This game tied at 1 in the third.
2-goal winning, 3-goal lead.
But let's see the Coors Light cold hard facts for tonight.
Well, overtime goals. Obviously, they're going to be game winning. And this is during the regular season heated. Now, Joe Sakic 7. He saved his best work for the playoffs. David Jones 6 and Ryan O'Reilly, who also has, right, probably one of the more memorable overtime goals in the playoffs in the last few years for the Avalanche. That 1-0 goal where he didn't even know he touched it. It just was shot into basically into their own net. He got the overtime 1-0. And Anderson made, 51 saves or something?
Battle for the puck in the Edmonton zone. Behind the net,
David Jones, 1 save or something.
Next keyboard. 1 hours 20 minutes 54. Current value 1 hours 20 minutes 50. 1 hour.
One zone coming up.
Edmonton used the term for years. It's called shortening the game.
Keaton shoots and high. Nice by Gordon. Makes the pass here with Omagedla. Keaton shoots and high. Gloved by
Scores! Now a 5-3 game.
Face off in the Colorado zone coming up.
Like we've used the term for years, and it's called shortening the game, especially when you're on the road, where the other team has the ability, the home club has the ability to match the lines. Edmonton is exactly where they want to be right now. I mean, of course, you'd love to be ahead by a whole bunch of goals, but it's down to 14 minutes and it's even. And they've worked to get that power play goal, and now is the pressure on the Avalanche to get that next goal? Are they going to, push it a little bit to where they want to be, match the lines? Edmonton is exactly where they want to be right now. And of course, you'd love to be ahead by a whole bunch of goals, but it's down to 14 minutes and it's even. And they've worked to get that power play goal, and now is the pressure on the.
YouTube video. Next keyboard. 1 hours 19 minutes. 1 hours 21 minutes once. 1 hours 20 minutes.
51 saves or something.
February 1st, 2015 Edmonton Oilers versus Colorado Avalanche. Slider is 1 hours 20 minutes 51 seconds at 1 hours 57 minutes 22 seconds. Current value. Windows.
Epitomized really by that last effort against the Washington Capitals. I just think he's real confident without that goal to get involved.
Talk Sorry, Butch, coming up in the Lexus Intermission Report, Peter Laviolette will talk privately with his team, and he'll have one of them join Peter. That'll be Matt Reed. And so, Matt Martin trying to get the Islanders going with a fight. That didn't work. Markle makes it 4-0. 3-0. The Lexus Intermission Report is Let's get your skill run.
Seek slider slot. Current value. Not a fan. Windows sign in I forgotten. Pin edit. No.
And just moments ago, they had a chance to take the lead. Varlamov.
1 hours.
Mavs control the puck in the Edmonton zone.
1 hours, 22 minutes, 18 seconds at 1 hours, 57 minutes, 22 seconds.
Cuts in front. There's a chance. Off the side of the net by Landeskog. And the puck popped up.
And 1 hour, just 1
hour, 22 minutes, 37.
And I mean a tremendous job of staying positive. He has not once not been there when it's that time to talk, and it just drives you crazy when you're in one of these stretches.
Face off in the Edmonton zone. 1-1 third period. Off in the Edmonton zone.
1-1, Oilers 2 minutes 59 seconds of 1 hour 57 minutes 22 seconds.
They get it over center. Back in by Getty. McLeod steals away the puck. Along the end boards. Got the puck. One out by McLeod, but was able to push the puck free. Lifted out to center ice, and it's a race to the Avalanche zone. Got the puck. Pushed away by Getty. And the puck dropped in the corner. Ball.
1 hour. 1 hours 20. 1 hours 20.
Get Nugent Hopkins back, Peter. No regular forward in the NHL plays more minutes than he does. They're amazing. Here's the guy that thought before his career started, would he be big enough, would he be strong enough to withstand the NHL season? Well, he's getting lots of playing time. Pass across for Briere. Takes it into the corner. Still with the puck, Danny Briere. He's got the Avalanche goal. Cutting across. Danny Briere with the puck. He shoots. Back around the boards. And getting involved, the defenseman Tyson Berry. He's all over the ice. Puck bounced away from him. Back to the Avalanche blue line. Stewart's pass picked off. Purcell. 2-on-1 Oilers with Hall. Shot off the post by Purcell. Back to the point for Schultz. He walks in, he shoots, and that one directs wide. Well, both teams here in the third period have had a real good chance. Landeskog and then Purcell in the post. Waved that and missed, and the Avalanche can get some numbers up the ice. Buried through center, but nope, they're going to make a line change as Briere brings it in by himself. Steal by Hall. Pass ahead for Eberle. 9:15 to go in the third.
5-3, Oilers lead.
Eberle's got the puck. Trying to make a pass. Cut off.
Fourth third period goals.
Hold on here. And the puck cut off by Nugent Hopkins. Played back into the corner for Hall. He gets checked by Hayden. O'Reilly takes the puck for Colorado. Johnson slaps it into the corner as a race. Oh, icing that look.
Just 1 hour. 1 hour.
In the slot, he's a chance for Ferris, but the puck was bobbling on him.
9 seconds of 1 hour 57 minutes 22 seconds.
Edmonton behind the net. Reversing. O'Reilly leans on him. Royce centers. O'Reilly makes a nice steal, but kept in at the point. Petrie let it slide back behind the net. Stewart scooped it up off the boards and out. Will this be icing? It will. Another icing call on the Avalanche.
1 second.
1 hour 27 minutes 27 seconds of 1 hour 57 minutes 22 seconds.
Lomoff and
1 hour 28 minutes 18 seconds of 1 hour 57 minutes 22 seconds.
Zone to lay offside. And right now, Peter, when you look, now this game tied up at 1, but you look at the season Edmonton's having, you don't see, hard to see the changing in the near future for this franchise.
It's not happening this year.
Crazy when it comes in. 1 hour 29 minutes 9 seconds of 1 hour 57 minutes 22 seconds.
Back to the point. Johnson in. He missed time. Back up the board. Other defenseman holding behind the net for Duchesne. Landeskog picks up the puck. Pass back. Shot by Holden. And held by Scriven.
1 hour 30 minutes 1 seconds of 1 hour 57 minutes 22 seconds.
Edmonton defenseman moving around the boards. Pushing the corner. Leaks behind the net for Barry. Goes off the wall. Oilers keep it in at the blue line. Stopped at the half boards. Tyson Barry. Rink wide pass. Put in by Talbot. Dumps the puck. Past the defenseman. Scramble behind the net. Gets kicked. On the wall. Takes a hold of the puck. 6:35 to go in the third. Game tied at 1.
5-3 Oilers.
Behind him. Pass across Petrie. And Barrett gets into the neutral zone. Off the boards. Flicked in. Holden for the Avalanche. Checked by Jacopo. Lander back to Yakupov, rolled away from him, pinching in from the point. Mark Fane dropped it around the boards in the Colorado zone. And squeezed out to center. Now it's a race for the puck. McKinnon with his speed after it. Fane, though, got there first. Fraser moves it up off the glass. And wedged out to center by Edmonton. 6 minutes to go. Got ahead by Holder. Yakupov took it back for the Oilers. Fane pass. Yakupov goes headed off the ice, so the Avalanche get a chance. But it's blocked. Tipped out to center right, picked up, carried in by Taylor Hall, cuts across, dropped it for Nugent Hopkins, but he got bumped by McKinnon. Hayden's pass. Taken, and stripped away though by Edmonton. Hall turns, shoots it through the middle for Eberle. Skeets into the Colorado zone, up against the boards, goes down to the ice, but able to hook it in the corner for the defenseman Schultz. Put it behind the Avalanche net. Jan Hayden makes the pass of ice for Ryan O'Reilly. Skeets in over the line, coming wide. Dropped it behind the net for Rick Dinley. Tanguay's got a man in front. There's the pass towards O'Reilly, but it was tipped by Roy. Back around the shelf. Again, catches up to the puck. Threw it to O'Reilly. Threw it on nets. And the glove save made by Scrivens. Stop of the action. Just under 5 minutes left in the third.
No, the third period. 5-3 Oilers.
No goals during the first period. And in the second, Matt Duchesne circled the net, found Brianna wide open. And into the second, Matt Duchesne circled the net, found Brianna slams it in for 7. Avalanche took a 1-0 lead in the third. Then on the pass score.
1 hour 30. 1 hour 30. 1 hour 30. 2 minutes 47 seconds. 1 hour 30. 1 hour 30. 1 hour 30. 1 hour 30. 2 minutes 47 seconds at 1 hour 57 minutes 22 seconds.
Each team with a goal.
Nothing for Yarby.
4:54 to go.
Connor McDavid
In the third
goals. Oilers
both teams.
good score. 1 hour 30. 1 hour 50. 1 hour 3 goals. The first. 1 hour second. 2 goals.
57 seconds at 1 hour 57 minutes 22 seconds.
Close call. Taking the lead here in this third period. Landeskog in front of the net. Cut across, hit the side of the net, and then Purcell, chasing the puck right now, hit the post with a shot. Point blank range. And off to Petrie coming in. Wide. Line to the Avalanche net. Threw it back in front. And caught by in the 3-game.
1 hour 30. 1 hours 30. 1 hour 1 hours 1 hour 1 hours 1 hour.
Petrie coming in.
1 hour
Blank range.
1 hour.
And off to Petrie.
1 hour. Volumes.
One more game to go. And the coming in. Wide. Line to the Avalanche net. Threw it back in front.
Here's Zach Cassian. Score! Oh, Zach Cassian.
One more game to go in the 3-game homestand. It'll be
Zach Cassian with a point. And now it's a 6-3 home. 4 minutes, 52 seconds left in the third period.
To go in the 3-game homestand. It'll be Sunday night. He's playing much better hockey lately.
And they've gotten some bodies back. Bobrovsky is back, and he's
got off to a horrific start to their season, but they've been playing much better hockey lately.
And they've gotten some bodies back. Bobrovsky is back.
They've gotten a start to their season, but they've been playing much better hockey lately.
And they've gotten some bodies back. Bobrovsky is back, and he's third star this month. 9-1.
Playing much better hockey lately.
And they've gotten some bodies back. Bobrovsky is back, and he's third star this month.
6 points.
Fane back to the side of the net.
And
slugged away by Johnson.
And Patty Maroon. 6-3.
Bendelich shoots the puck to center. Got it back for the Oilers. Dumped in to the corner. The first 4 minutes left to go in the third. Johnson couldn't get out of the zone. Pass down low. Shot by Hall, but the puck went wide. Back to the point. Shot by Keita. Blocked. Back along the wall. And finally out to center. Keita to Keaton. Moves the puck across for Eberle. Pass back into his own zone. Mahane almost tipped that towards Scrivens. Eberle, a little pressure put on him. And Landeskog stole the puck away, but it's pushed out to center ice. Holden sends it across through the middle. O'Reilly comes into the zone. His pass cut off by Ferris. Oilers move out towards center ice. Pass. Carried in by Yakupov. But it hit him in the body.
The time, the puck's
line caused the play to be offside.
You wonder why goaltenders just stay aware all the time. The puck's just coming back. Ronnie got a little piece of it, and the defenseman just chips it towards him. Oh, it gets down to big play time, Mike. This and then possibly goaltenders just
in the body. Center ice. Pass. Carried in by Yakupov. But it hit him in the body. He came over the blue line, caused the play to be offside.
The play was under review. Like goaltenders just stay away all the time. The puck's come back. Ronnie got a little piece of it. The defenseman just chips it towards him. Oh, it gets down to big play time, Mike. This and then possibly overtime, 8:15 remaining as far as scores. Why goaltenders just stay aware all the time. The puck's just coming back. Ronnie got a little piece of it. The defenseman just chips it towards him. Oh, it gets down to big play time, Mike. This and then possibly overtime, 8:15. Just chips it. Ronnie got a little piece of it. No, just chips it towards us.
2013 Edmonton Oilers versus Colorado Avalanche. Holding News YouTube.
Oh, it gets down to big play time, Mike. This and then possibly overtime, 8:15. All the time, the puck's just coming back. Ronnie got a little piece of it. The defenseman just chips it towards him. Oh, it gets down to big play time, Mike. This and then possibly overtime, 8:15. Just chips it towards him. Oh, it gets down to big play time, Mike. Oh, it gets down to big play time, Mike.
Goal scored in large hockey.
This and then possibly.
Before further review, there was goaltender interference. It was offside. Therefore, no goal.
Overtime, 8:15.
He came over the blue line, caused the play to be offside.
You wonder why goaltenders just stay aware all the time. The puck's just coming back. Ronnie got a little piece of it, and the defenseman just chips it towards him. Oh, it gets down to big play time, Mike. This and then possibly overtime, 8:15 remaining as far as for somebody to make that big play.
Won their last game.
That one counts. Number counts.
But their last game.
6-3.
Will we get there? 3 minutes to decide it in regulation. Oilers call for ice.
Yeah, just watching Patrick White. Now he's stayed pretty consistent tonight with the line. I think one of the reasons that is they played well defensively. Right now, offensively, they could use a shift or someone to come with a big play. But defensively, it's been a solid game throughout the team.
And went on the face-off by Mitchell.
They played well defensively.
The Oilers, Patrick Burrow, 21 assists.
They could use a
21 assists.
big play. But defensively, it's been a solid game throughout the team.
And went on the face-off by Mitchell.
Defensively, they could use a lot of them come with a big play. But defensively, it's been a solid game throughout the team.
And one on the face-off by Mitchell. Stewart toward the puck to the corner. Bat away by McKinnon. Petrie pass to center ice for Fraser. Backing into the Colorado zone. Shot behind the net. Barry racing up ice. Gets to McKinnon. Gets by one man. Cutting in, backhanded save by Scrivens. McKinnon threw it across. Pinching in, Stewart keeps it alive, but the Oilers take away the puck. Pass carried in, down the slot. Roy cuts in. It slides into the net. Whistle blown. It cuts in. It slides into the net. Whistle blown.
30 saves by Cam Talbot.
Roy, who just joined the Edmonton Oilers, signed with Nashville. That was one of those good non-calls by the referee. He just lost his edge, but then McKinnon just does what Patrick Waugh was saying, Mike, gets that puck on net.
Skated in. Yep. And instead of just curling to the boards and looking to make a pass or set up a play, get there. Put the puck on net. And he did exactly that. Faceoff comes outside the zone. Oilers have it. The red line. Right in by Spain. Cut off behind the net. 2 minutes to go in the third period. 1-1 game. Johnson.
6-3 Oilers.
Makes a pass.
To Connor McDavid.
In by
Huge. 6-point night.
For Edmonton.
Sort of Patrick Burrow.
Shoots it to the corner.
Patty Maroon.
Almost got to that. Nugent Hopkins was pushed away into the corner. The play continues on. Nugent Hopkins behind the net. Lost it. O'Reilly pass for Tanguay. 90 seconds to go in the third. Pass up ice. Oh, Gimlin was sneaking behind the defense. At the line. Pushed in by Hall towards Varlamov.
David.
Both teams changing up.
1 goal, 5 assists.
And Shane's line comes out. Pass for Landeskog. Just put it through the skates of Lander. Over the line with a pass. Broken up. Blocked by Duchesne in the corner with the puck. Up the boards. Still with it. That's blocked. Duchesne fights off. Challenge. Move the puck around the boards. Back into the corner. Back to top. Pass up ice. And Lander. Regain possession in the center zone. 50 seconds to go in the third period. Barry. Puck down the ice. And it's off the body in the Edmonton finish. So that's the reason for the stop. They're going to bring the faceoff, though, back in the Edmonton zone.
Edmonton zone.
They just saw that last.
Back up to Woods. Time it does come out to center. 30 seconds left in the third period.
0%
Center ice
rated
for
to score.
Smacked ahead by Hendricks. Into the Colorado zone behind the net. Back around for Brader. 15 seconds to go. Got Mitchell with him. Off at the line. 31. Back the other way. And is that the icing? It is. That's got a chance here. 7 seconds to go. And a face-off in the Edmonton zone.
Now, 7 seconds to go. If you get control, Mike, is an eternity. You can. There's a couple ways you can go. You get the big shot from Tyson Barrie. Johnson can slide in.
Nugent Hopkins against O'Reilly. Oilers, though, win the faceoff. Barris shoots it around the boards. Another icing call coming up.
That'll do it.
But Oilers win 6-3. The second consecutive game for the Avalanche. They're going to overtime.
And
same thing for the Edmonton Oilers.
With a victory.
Another overtime game
11 to the
in
season.
Denver. Briere for the Avs. Second game for the Avalanche.
And
They're going
there's
to overtime.
what the Oilers.
Same thing for the
David
Edmonton
with 5
Oilers.
assists and 1 goal.
Another overtime game.
And so does Patrick
Same
Brown.
thing for
Time
the
for
Edmonton
Gretzky and
Oilers.
Lemieux on
Another
5 assist
overtime game
games.
in Denver. First thing for the Edmonton Oilers.
So,
and the overtime being
the
brought to
game
you
was
by
over.
Same thing for the Edmonton Oilers.
Oilers have
Another
stuff.
overtime game in
Overtime.
Denver. Briere for the Avs. Pouliot for the Oilers. And we're headed Briere for the Avs. Pouliot for the Oilers. And we're headed to overtime in Colorado. Tonight's